Hey guys, it's Superior and welcome to PHP tutorial number 38. I'm going to try and make this one as fast as possible because all these functions we're going to look at today are really simple. They're just mathematical functions which everyone should understand in a flash because everyone knows how to do them. It's just learning the names that we need to use in MySQL. So go ahead and open up the console. And the first function we're going to look at is the absolute function. So, for instance, if you want the absolute value of minus 5 point whatever, you just use the absolute function and it will give you the result, okay, which is, of course, absolute of minus 5 point blah 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 is 5 point blah blah blah, okay. The second function is the ceiling function, which doesn't round the number up. It does. Sorry, it rounds it up though. No matter if it's less than half of if it's less than 0.4. So say we have something like 5.1234, which would normally, when you rounded it, it would be rounded down to 5 because it's less than 5.4. If it's 5.5, it would go up. If it's 5.5 or more, of course. But the ceiling function rounds it up no matter what, so we actually get 6. Now the alternative to that is the floor function, which rounds down no matter what as well. So if I change this to 9, or 8 rather, that works as well. It will still round down to 5. Okay, the next function we have is the let me just delete these. The format function, which allows us to give it. We give it a number firstly, so bunch of numbers, for instance, and then I can put a comma, and if I have, for instance, point and a bunch of numbers after that as well, the second number is the number of decimal places I want to allow. So this has 2, 4, 6, 8 decimal places. I'm only going to allow 6, so it's going to cut off the 8 and 4 at the end. And also the number format function will insert commas for every 3 places in the number, okay? If it's before the decimal place, of course. And if we run this, of course, we get the commas between everything, and it cuts off, as I said, the 8 and the 4, and it's also rounded it up for us as well, okay? Now the next function is really easy. It's the mod function, which actually stands for modulus, and if you know the modulus operator from PHP, this is easy as pie. So if you mod 5 by 3, the result is 2, because the remainder of 5 divided by 3 is 2, and there we go, we get 2. Now again, another really easy function, select pow. If you can guess what that is, you're not a genius, because it's real easy. It's power, of course. So 2 to the power of 3 is, of course, 8. If we run that, there we go, we get 8. Now the next function we have is the rand function, okay, which doesn't take any parameter, any arguments, and it just gives us a random number between 0 and 1.0, okay. If I run that, we get 0.5 something, and you can multiply it by however, you know, or whatever. Now, a cool way to use this actually is in a select query. You select like last name or something from. Oh, I just need to use data first to do this. Select last name from users, order by, and then you could order by rand, so you randomly order them, and then we get that. Whereas if we'd just done select the last name from users, we get different results, you see. Okay, so cool way to use a rand function there. The next one is the round function, and this function rounds to a certain amount of decimal places, and this one I'm pretty sure does it properly, where so we have a number like 5.2 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we round it to 0, let's say, it should round it down to 5, and there we go. But say we have a number like 5.8 whatever, and we round it to 0, it rounds up. So this one rounds properly depending on the decimal place. And of course we can set the decimal place to higher than 0. So like 3, and that will round it to 5.825. Okay? And there we go, 5.825. So that's a cool function. And finally we have the square root, which finds the square root of a number, so 25 will return 5. There you go. And that is the end of the lesson, guys. So thanks for watching, over and out.